Hello! We're live. I'm gonna just bring my little side table in here so it doesn't just look like a floating water bottle. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where in the world you are. Hi, thank you for being here. If this is I know we're just a few of us right now, we've got some people joining us. If you have someone in your life who you think would enjoy this live stream, I would love for you to share the link with them. You can share it now or you can share it afterward. This video will be up in perpetuity and free to view at any time. So yeah, if you would share this with someone in your life who enjoys music, I would love that. Make sure you log into your YouTube account so you can participate in the live chat. That will come in handy during, hello! Wow, okay, so yes, as you're joining us, I would love to hear where you are watching from. One of the highlights of my week is always seeing the different locations and people who are tuning in from around the world. That is just crazy to me that for all the terrible potential that lies within the internet, there is also the potential for connection with people across the world, and I just love that. So yes, don't forget to log in so that hello from Alabama. If this is your first time watching, let us know so we can welcome you. I assume perhaps you know who I am, but my name is Abigail Flowers. I am primarily a jazz singer living in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm from Ashburn, Virginia, so I'm a Northern Virginia gal. I've got roots and family in Texas as well, so we like seeing our Texan friends log in. You will notice that I do not have my Quentin with me this morning, and that is because he has another safe work opportunity. But this is a good opportunity. South Carolina, hello. This is a perfect opportunity to say something that has been on my mind for a while, and that is that as different lockdown, shutdown orders change in different parts of the country, we are entering a time, and I think it will last for quite a while, where different people have different expectations or boundaries or ideas about what staying safe means to them. And I think it's very important that we all be kind to each other and be open about what our boundaries are, because that's the best way to stay safe, is to know what your boundaries are, and for people around you to know, and for you to know their boundaries. And if we are ugly in how we talk about things, people aren't going to be honest, and we're not going to be able to stay safe. So I think it's important to be kind. Hello from Georgia. I think it's important to be kind in how we speak to each other. Again, this is going to be a long process. So we need to be kind. We need to respect others' decisions, or if you don't respect their decisions, you at least need to represent yourself respectfully. Anyway, so yes, Quentin is out on what we consider to be a safe work opportunity. And that's just going to be part of the next stage of normal. So here I am by myself. I'm so grateful that you're here. I will shut up and sing now for a few moments. This is a song of mine called Island. Hello, Idaho. Fabulous. Hello, Jeff. Thank you for joining. Dallas. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Alex. Never mind. You'll see why later. Okay. Just a breeze of your breath, or a hint of your smile, and my senses ascend to some lonely isle, where my only care is the wind in your hair and the sound of our song on the waves. Thank you, thank you. I have to pretend there are people here clapping. I assume that you're all politely clapping in your hearts, and I feel it and I appreciate it. That is my original song. Hi! That is my original song called Island. Yes, so if you guys wouldn't mind taking a second to do the little thumbs up on this video, that would be fabulously helpful to me. If you love what I'm doing, you can subscribe. You don't have to, your hamster is clapping. Oh, the greatest compliment I could receive. If you could give this a thumbs up, you can subscribe if you love what I'm doing. Don't feel the need to do me any favors because you'll just unsubscribe when you don't like what I'm doing. So just follow your heart. Do what you need to do. That was my original song, Island. It was the first song I ever wrote on ukulele, and I saw a couple questions roll in there. My mom asked, new uke? No, this is actually the first uke that I received, well, the first baritone that I received from Lanikai Ukuleles. If you don't know, I am a sponsored Lanikai Ukuleles artist, and I am a massive fan of their company, not just because they're kind to me, but that certainly doesn't hurt things. They make fantastic instruments and they employ great people, so I'm a big fan. Not a new uke, old uke, favorite uke. My dad asked, what inspired the lyrics to that song? I don't know if anyone, I'm sure I've said it out loud before, but 9 years ago, just over 9 years ago, I had my tonsils removed. I had really severe tonsillitis, mono, and I had to have my tonsils removed, which was highly inconvenient as I was in the middle of pursuing a vocal degree, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So I had my tonsils out, and as I was convalescing, I don't know if that term applies, as I was resting and healing from surgery at my parents' house in Virginia, I was on a lot of pain medication. And in my pain medicated state, I said, you know, I wonder if I could write a song about my bunny, Mr. B. And I started, the only thing that I could think of, I was like, how could I write a song about a bunny that doesn't sound like it's about a bunny? And the first thing that I thought of about Mr. B, my beautiful Netherland dwarf rabbit, was he would always wiggle his nose and I could feel his little breath on me. And so just a breeze of your breath. And then from there, I realized it was impossible to write a song about a bunny, but I just continued with the song, and it was not inspired by a particular experience, but it was initially begun as an attempt to write a song about a rabbit. It failed in that regard, but I would say it succeeded in that I've been performing it consistently for the last 9 years, and I love it. If you joined us last week, you know that last Saturday was World Turtle Day. And we had some great turtle trivia. I learned about turtles, felt very connected. I went on a run early in the week and I saw a turtle trying to cross the road, and he was not doing a great job. So I helped him across the road, and it was a great day. And then 2 days later, I went on another run and I saw a smushed turtle, and it made me very sad. So keep an eye out for your turtle buddies out on the road. Just keep an eye out. I'm going to play another song now that is from the same period of life as Island. It's from 9 years ago, and this one is called 1951. A lot of people, okay, this is my 10th public jazz brunch. It's technically the 11th, but the first one was like a private ticketed thing. So this is the 10th public jazz brunch. What a milestone in my heart. So if you have been tuning in consistently, you might have heard this song before, but it's called 1951, and I wrote it for my grandparents' 60th anniversary in 2011. Bud and Barbara Liming were married for 60 years and fulfilled their wedding vows to each other. And so this is the song I wrote for that occasion, called 1951. Days go on and we go gray, but the sun looks down just like it did that day. the sands may run, but I love you like it's 1951. Rain came down and washed the fire away. Years have told us what words could not say, and I'll hold your hand until the course is run, 'cause I love you like it's 1951. The music's different and the times have changed. Watching our princesses growing up and grow away, but the good Lord has brought us through storms and confusion to a love like 1951. Oh, and now we bow our heads to celebrate something that time and the world could not break. We showed those kids the way that true love is done in the days since 1951. 'Cause I love you like it's 1951. Yes, I love you like it's 1951. 1951 by me. I don't know if you noticed my cardigan today. I am trying to bring some Mr. Rogers energy to this morning. It is a complicated and heavy time for a lot of reasons, for a lot of people, and in some ways it feels strange to make music and go about our routines in a time when a lot of people are struggling, when a lot of people are mourning, but music is an essential part of life, and it is one thing I have to offer right now. So here I am, and just go listen to some Mr. Rogers music throughout your week. That will encourage you, I think. What kind of strings do I use? I will be honest, I have no idea. I am much more focused, I am much more energized by songwriting and the structure of songs. That is the part of music that really draws me in, and I feel less energized by technical specifications, and I know it's something I should care about, but I'm just not that deep into it yet, and that has led me to neglect my strings. And I'll be honest, I've had these on for almost 2 years now. I think it's time to change because they're getting worn down, they're getting a little rusty. So if anyone has baritone ukulele string suggestions, let me know in there. You guys, it's time for our first round of trivia. Today is World Mint Julep Day, but I don't drink or like alcohol, so that's not going to be the theme for our trivia. Our trivia's theme is going to be you guys. So I have put together a list of trivia questions that are unique or that are targeted at certain consistent viewers here. They may or not be with us right now. Hopefully they will be with us later. If you feel confident that you are the consistent viewer who is being targeted by this trivia question, maybe hold back your answer for a moment and give all the normies a chance to give their guess. But regardless, here we go. First round. Marie Curie was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize and the first and only woman to win the Nobel Prize twice. Where was she born? A. Warsaw, Poland. B. Frankfurt, Germany. C. Paris, France. Or D. Nice, France. Any other guesses? Yeah, it's Poland. It's A. She was born in Warsaw. Her husband is where she got the French name, but I think he also wasn't born in France. Anyway, she was born in Warsaw, Poland. Fun fact. Question number 2. I asked Quentin these questions before he went off to his work today, and he did not get a lot of them right, and that was kind of fun. I feel like I wrote some good questions here. Question 2. The origin of the phrase, "Don't mess with Texas," is A. It's a quote from Sam Houston in the Texas Revolution of 1835. B. JFK said it after losing a small fortune to Lyndon B. Johnson in a poker game. C. It was from an anti-littering campaign from the Texas Department of Transportation. Or D. It was a campaign slogan from George H.W. Bush. I think I might have missed some guesses. Okay, yeah, it's the anti-littering campaign. My Texans know their history. Wow, so many Texans tuned in. I just realized as names scrolled past. Wonderful. People not from Texas may not know that Texans, there's a part of they take Texas history as part of their curriculum. So a lot of Texans are more familiar with their state history than, for example, a Virginian might be. Question number 3. Which of the following birds is known for its complex flocking pattern called a murmuration? A. Peacocks. B. Ravens. C. Kingfishers. D. Starlings. VA history is US history. Yeah, that is a very valid point. Although one could argue that all state histories are US histories. How do y'all know this? It's starlings, but I really thought kingfishers was a good red herring here, but that's what Quentin guessed. Yeah, it's starlings. Look up starlings. Look up videos of starlings. They're beautiful. Question number 4. This is the last question of round 1. Which of these celebrities holds the most Grammy Award wins? You're a bunch of smarties. This is true. Which of these celebrities holds the most Grammy Award wins? A. Michelle Obama. B. Steve Martin. C. Bob Newhart. D. Doris Day. I'm going to get set up for my next song while you guys... I said if you think this question is directed at you, maybe hold back your answer for a moment. It's Steve Martin. It's not shocking. Does anyone know how many Grammys he has? I'll tell you how many the others have. Michelle Obama has 1. Bob Newhart has 3. And Doris Day has a Lifetime Achievement Award, so I don't know. She has nominations. She was nominated for the first Grammy Awards. Doris Day has 1 Lifetime Achievement Award from the Grammys. So I don't know if that, I guess that counts as a Grammy, but, he has 5 Grammys. Steve Martin has 5 Grammys, and I think they're all for music, not for spoken word. I could be mistaken, but at least most of them are for music. Go look up, what's his band called? It's like High Mountain. Someone post the name of his band. This is my song called Nobody But You. storing all my hazy visions, imagining what we could be. Well, I've been here before with hope and nothing more, and you'll be my reality. You will see. Don't ask me how I know. Just kiss me soft and slow. I don't want nobody but you. And if you take the time, put your hand in mine, I know you quickly see that you don't want nobody but me. But me. That is my song, Nobody But You, which I wrote just before the shutdown. And I certainly hope to record it. The original plan was to record in probably July, but the original plan was many plans ago. We're down past Plan C, Plan D, Plan E, F, G. So we'll see. But I certainly hope to record that soon. I haven't recorded in a few years, and I haven't really done anything that is very reflective of my current style. So I'm really hoping to do probably some 6 to 8 songs, several originals, as well as some trio vocal arrangements of jazz standards that I love. I'm gonna take another sip of coffee from my kitty cat mug. Okay, and you may have noticed that the title of this live stream and the content of it tells you that today I am playing original songs. That is largely because this past week, thanks in no small part to all of you watching my live stream videos, I was approved to monetize my YouTube channel, which means that although I have been working for free basically for a couple of years now, I will start to earn money through ads shown on my videos, and I would like to be paid for my work. I would like for that money to come from big companies. So I think that monetizing with ads is a great step forward. It's a little bit annoying, but it means that I get paid and you don't have to send me money, which is kind of a good arrangement. Speaking of which, if you would like to tip, there are links in the description of this video. You can find me on Venmo at flower_power. That's me and Quentin's Venmo. You can send via PayPal. It's paypal.me/abigailflowersmusic. My name will show up as Abigail York because that is my legal name, because I am too lazy to change my name, although I am married to Quentin Flowers. It's not just a stage name. But if it pops up as Abigail York, that is also technically correct. On the Cash App, it's $Abigailflowersmusic. Please don't feel pressured to tip. Quentin and I have been extremely fortunate. We are doing great. But if you are the tipping type, I will gladly accept. And if you tip through PayPal, like if you tip through Venmo, I can comment back. If you tip through PayPal and maybe Cash App, I don't know. But I definitely can't comment back through PayPal, and I apologize. If you have tipped through PayPal, please know that I am incredibly grateful. I write down, Abigail York is a great name. I write down everyone's names when they tip, and I am very aware and grateful to each individual. Anyway, I'm playing original songs today so that this video will qualify for monetization. I have earned an entire $1 from my YouTube thus far, and I am very proud of that dollar. I'm very grateful to you guys for watching. And I'm hoping to provide lots of interesting and useful and valuable content in the future to earn that money. This is a song that I wrote pretty early on in quarantine. Quentin and I celebrated our 4th wedding anniversary just as the shutdown happened. Hey guys, drinking water is a very important part of self-care, so make sure that you are drinking water, like right now. Quentin and I celebrated our 4th wedding anniversary, and in my Facebook post about it, I said something about there's no one else I would rather cancel all my plans with, and a friend commented, you know, I think that's the new standard for true love is, you know, can you survive quarantine with them? So I wrote this song called Isolation Love Song. There is a video on YouTube of this. If you like this song, you can watch it. Isolation Love Song. If you have just recently joined us, if you would take a second to give this video a little thumbs up, that would go a long way. I would appreciate it. That's all. I could be quarantined with you. Shut the doors and the windows too. Do a puzzle or a 32. I could be quarantined with you. I could clean all the floors with you. Move the rugs and the couches too. Make a palace from a dirty room. I could clean all the floors with you. I could eat rice and beans with you. Stretch it out till the check comes through. Make a feast out of making do. I could eat rice and beans with you. Maybe someday we'll be living like we dreamed. A couple acres and a whole lot of royalties. It's a long uphill climb, and we'll make it there in time. But I'm here for every moment in between. I could cancel all my plans with you. Say goodbye to the life we knew. Start all over in a month or a few. I could cancel all my plans with you. I could cancel all my plans with you. I could cancel all my plans with you. Thank you so much. That is Isolation Love Song. Funny story. YouTube can well, it has robots that pay close attention to what you are posting, and they determine whether your content is suitable for ads, as in, is it appropriate content? Is it something an advertiser would be okay attaching their name to? And it goes video by video, depending on copyright and content. And that song I just played was flagged as not suitable for ads, like it was an inappropriate song. And I think that's hilarious. I like to wonder, you know, what word was it that made them think, oh, this is inappropriate? And my best guess is it has something to do with the word quarantine, or I really don't know, but it makes me giggle a little bit. That's my salacious content for the day. It is time for round 2 of trivia. I don't know, I already am thinking that one of my intended question people is not here, but that's okay. I will also, okay, anyway, round 2 begins now. The Steve Martin question was for multiple people. This next one is more specifically targeted. Question number 5. In 1943, the Philadelphia Eagles temporarily merged with another NFL team due to manpower shortages stemming from World War II. What was the super team's name? Kevin, don't answer yet. A, the Steagles. B, the Eagliots. C, the Eagle Boys. D, the Jaggles. Once again, that's A, the Steagles. B, the Eagliots. C, the Eagle Boys. And D, the Jaggles. I knew I was gonna have a hard time with this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let her rip. What's the real answer? It is the Steagles. They merged with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Eagliots, of course, would have been the Eagles and the Patriots. The idea of the Eagles and the Cowboys combining, impossible, but hilarious. Eagle Boys, great name. And then the Giants and the Eagles would have been the Jaggles, but the Steagles was the real one. Question number 6. The opening line, "It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife," is from which Jane Austen novel? A, Pride and Prejudice. B, Emma. C, Sense and Sensibility. D, Persuasion. I'm gonna get my next chart ready. Well, oh, it's already ready. I'm pretty I'm doubting myself because okay, mommy answered. It is from Pride and Prejudice. We use an app called Long Walks, which is it's a wonderful app. It's basically a short daily journal entry with great privacy settings. So it allows you it gives you a prompt that elicits a little bit deeper than surface level, one sentence journal entry from you. And you can share just with close friends and family. So it's a really nice way, especially now, to stay connected to other people without having, and it's just part of your daily routine. But there's no, hi Joe. There's no like counts, follower counts. It's not, it doesn't encourage comparison like a lot of social media does. So this app, Long Walks, you should download it. It's fabulous. But one of the prompts was blank never fails to bring me joy. And mom's answer was Jane Austen. So that was my Jane Austen question for mama. Question number 7. This one's for me. To which famous bassist was Ella Fitzgerald married from 1947 to 1953? A, Charles Mingus. B, Paul Chambers. C, Ray Brown. D, Oscar Pettiford. I hadn't written these when I quizzed Quentin, so I'll have to ask him later and see if he knows this. A, Charles Mingus. B, Paul Chambers. C, Ray Brown. D, Oscar Pettiford. Yeah, it's Ray Brown. C. Hi! Thanks for joining, Nicholas. Yeah, it's Ray Brown. So I knew, and they had a child named Ray Brown Jr. But a play that you saw about Ella Fitzgerald, what is the name of it? I should like to know of it. They had a child, Ray Brown Jr., but I read on Wikipedia this morning. I need to just read several biographies of her life, but their son was adopted from her sister. I didn't know that before. Question number 8. And I'm deeply sad because I don't think that Casey Brefka is here. I'll make him watch later, but this was for Casey. According to the poetry of Greg Camp, what happens after the years start coming? A, they melt away like frost in early spring. B, the hours stretch to untold lengths. C, a child grows in wisdom and stature. Or D, they don't stop coming. According to the poetry of Greg Camp, what happens after the years start coming. Now I don't need to keep you in suspense for long. It's obviously, well, no one has answered. Okay, yeah, it's D. That's from the iconic All-Star by Smash Mouth. Greg Camp, the mastermind behind the machine, that is the unstoppable force of All-Star. If you haven't delved into All-Star memes yet, I strongly encourage it. You can look up the melon version. Anyway, great. I have 2 more songs for you. This one is called Spring Never Felt So Wrong, and it is about watching the world move forward after you have suffered a loss and it feels like your world has stopped. April is here, winter has gone, birds fill the sky with song, but here am I, still frozen in time, can't explain why I must remain by my window pane, dusk till dawn, while earth moves along. Spring never felt so wrong. April is here, magnolia trees sway in the evening breeze, stars in the night relentlessly light my unrest. Words cannot express how my emptiness echoes on in sad silent song. Spring never felt so wrong. Spring never lingered so terribly long. Spring never felt so wrong. Spring never felt so wrong. Spring never felt so wrong. That's my song called Spring Never Felt So Wrong. That's another one that I have not recorded yet, but I hope to. So I want to take a moment to acknowledge reality, and to preface this, I am going to share a little bit of personal opinions, which I don't think the internet is a very productive place for sharing personal opinions, but I hope that you will not take it personally if our personal opinions don't align, and I'm sure that there is more that we agree on than we differ on. And I think, again, looking at the next phase of life, especially in the US, this is going to be a time where those of us with the emotional bandwidth to do so need to be kind and respectful and patient when when we can afford to do so. And I, in my personal opinion, I believe there are people who can't afford to do so any longer, and that is okay with me. So there are, I'm gonna cry a little bit because I'm an emotional person. There's a lot going on right now, and there are a lot of people in pain. There are a lot of people mourning, again, like I said, for a lot of different reasons. And there are people showing up in organized protests today, and there are people showing up in other ways. But I would encourage everyone to, if you're a person of faith, pray for safety for everyone, both from the virus and from any other danger that might come about. Just pray for safety. And if you are, well, whether you're a person of faith or not, you can also put money toward supporting people who are mourning right now. It should not be a controversial statement to say that America is grappling with racial inequality right now. And again, there are a lot of different ways to express pain and frustration around that. And I won't tell you how you should process that, but I would encourage you to examine your world and your worldview and ask important questions. Again, I don't think the internet is a very productive place to have those conversations, but I would certainly encourage you to engage in conversations with your close friends and family, and have meaningful, respectful conversations about how every single one of us, especially white people, can support the pursuit of justice and equality in our country. If you would like to know more of my personal opinions or recommendations, I don't assume that you want any of that, but if you'd like to talk about it more, my email address is in the description, and I would love to share my thoughts and where I'm at. But I would definitely recommend, there's a book that I've started reading called White Fragility, and it seeks to explain why, or many reasons why it's so difficult for white people to talk about racism. And one of the standout concepts for me is that we think of racism as a character attribute. And in reality, it's not. There are certainly people who have overt prejudices, but the way that racism shows up today typically is as a system that we are socialized into. That's what the author says. And I think when we're able to acknowledge that, it becomes easier to talk about issues of racism without taking it personally, because we have work to do that can't get done if we are taking it personally. So that's the end. I appreciate those of you who did not drop out during that spiel. Again, please feel free to email me if you care to hear any more. But stay safe and take care of yourself. So this is the last song that I'm going to play. If you would like to tip, that information is in the description of this video. If you have a moment to leave a little thumbs up below, I would certainly appreciate that. I think that's all I have to play. Oh, I would love for you to visit my website, abigailflowersmusic.com, which is also in the description of this video. But you can sign up for my email list there. I think what I'm going to do is send out a monthly email with links to these live streams and just highlights. So I strongly object to abusing other people's inboxes. So I will not send you frequent emails, probably once a month. But internet privacy and social media is also a hot topic in the news right now, and so I think it's great to start more direct communication. I don't really want to spend more time on Facebook right now, so I'd love to be able to just send you a link to the things that I'm working on. So you can sign up for my email list there if you'd like. This last song, I played an earlier version on a previous live stream, but this song I'm calling It's Time to Build Something New. and it is what I would describe as a children's song for adults, but also for children. And I wrote this again at the beginning or earlier in quarantine times, I want it to encourage people to consider what type of world we're going to work. You know, so much has been torn down during this time, and a lot of plans, a lot of really beautiful plans have fallen through. People have had to postpone weddings. My friends Kevin and Ashley, completely unrelated to COVID, had to be extremely flexible with their wedding plans. So we're all very familiar at this point with things not going the way that we thought they would. But we can look at this as an opportunity to reflect and consider what kind of world we want to step into as things progress. So that's what this song is. It's time to build something new. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next week. When your plans fall apart, it may break your heart, but it's time to build something new. We can think, we can dream, we can work as a team, 'cause it's time to build something new. Imagine all the ways you can make the world better. Think of all the kindness you can share. You are brave, you are strong, and it won't be long till it's time to build something new. Imagine all the ways you can make the world better. Think of all the kindness you can share. You are brave, you are strong, and it won't be long till it's time to build something new. And there are so many things we can learn from you when it's time to build something new. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please feel free to send this link to friends and family who enjoy music. This is probably the longest. When I'm alone, I just start to ramble. I need Quentin to get back here and remind me to just maybe not talk so much sometimes. But I so appreciate you tuning in, sticking around, and I hope to see you next week. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it on for just 1 second because the chat takes a second to come through, and I want to see. Okay.